What is going on, everyone? It's the old gaming vlog here, bringing you guys Black Ops 1 gameplay. I decided to go to Black Ops 1 and just have some fun. And whilst I was doing zombies, I played a little bit of multiplayer, and this game came out alright. So I suppose I'll put it on this video. But let's move on to what I want to talk about in this video, which is the latest gaming news of 2013 as of April 2nd. No, it's not April Fool's today. But digital sales are growing by 33%, which is fantastic. So digital game and downloadable content sales are growing at a rate of 33% per year, both in the US and Europe. So spending games in China, which is almost all digital sales, is projected to grow over 10% annually for the next 3 years. So this doesn't necessarily mean that it's just video games that are sold digitally more, but it's also a combination of DLC games and other digital content, which is of course growing. From 28% in 2010, we are now seeing another 33% added to that. This is, again, link it will be in the description where you guys can read all this in more detail, but basically on consoles it's where the digital sales are more strong. Let's move on to the next news we got here. Assassin's Creed will now be an annual franchise until players say stop. So with the Assassin's Creed series getting new installments annually, there are perhaps those who will grow tired of franchise. So Ubisoft Montreal says that they have no intention of taking a breather, as they believe that fans are eager for more. So basically they believe that fans want more, they ask for more of Assassin's Creed. They really want more, so they're making this a yearly thing. Now this could be a good thing, this could be a bad thing, sorry. I don't know exactly how good or bad it could be. It all depends on what they're gonna do. But with Assassin's Creed 3 being the most successful game in the series currently, there are several teams working right now on Assassin's Creed titles. I'll leave a link in the description where you guys can read all about this, all about your Assassin's Creed franchise, maybe becoming a franchise, although it is confirmed now. There was a rumor before, but today is confirmed. Let's move on to the next news we got here. Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, it's coming to Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. So there's been a lot of rumors and a lot of unanswered questions about the new Metal Gear Solid, which is Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Hideo Kojima, the creator, refused to comment on any next generation console support, but we'll definitely see this Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain on existing consoles. Hideo Kojima also said that he wants this to be his last Metal Gear Solid game, like he said before on Metal Gear Solid 3, and then he still did Metal Gear Solid 4 and now Metal Gear Solid 5. But I truly believe that this will be his last one, because he's starting to get old, and he wants to move on, you know, to his retirement. While he's just gonna pass. Doesn't mean that the series is gonna end, not at all. It just means it's not gonna be directed by Hideo Kojima anymore. He's gonna pass it to his studio. However, before he lets his staff at Kojima Productions before he passes it, he wants to reinvent the game. He wanted to reinvent the series and make it a contender against Western action games. So that reinvention as well includes recasting Snake's voice actor. So for the ones who don't know, the actor who did the voice for Snake was David Hayter, and he's not going to be in this game. He's not going to be voicing the actor anymore. Basically, Hideo Kojima wants to reinvent the game before he leaves, and then leave it to his production to resume what he basically started. The link will be in the description where you guys can read all about this and more. Now let's move on to the next news that we have here. Terraria is coming into the PS Vita this summer. That's right, Terraria, the sandbox open world game, which was recently ported to Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, this week will also be ported to the PS Vitas this summer. We don't know the exact date or when it's gonna come or what features should we expect exactly, but it's basically just a port, so I wouldn't expect much more than what we have. The game's launched on PS Vita, which is slated for this summer, will be the first game that's available on a portable platform. It first started on the PC in 2011, which became wildly popular, and then was obviously ported recently for the consoles, and will now be to as well for portable. Now, will we ever see this on a mobile phone? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Let's move on to what more news we have around here. Alright, so let's move on to do our latest and final news that we have here, which is Diablo 3 on the PlayStation 3 isn't just functional, it's far better than the PC version. So, previously, on the previous news actually that I've made about, I've talked about offline play and not buying items and all this stuff that was coming to the Diablo 3, which was coming to the, supposedly the PS3, but it's, might not be an exclusive, not sure about that yet. So I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm going to talk about the biggest and most obvious changes in the game, which is the ability to control your character directly with a controller versus using a mouse to indirectly guide where you'd like them to go. So obviously, because the game is now being controlled with a controller instead of a mouse and keyboard, it will drastically change the way you play. Obviously, it cannot be played exactly the same way because it's different, you know, it's not the same. We can't pretend it is the same, and we should just honestly take it as differently. Not only the controllers, but because the PlayStation 3 is obviously less powerful than the PC, there's also more physical things that we have to change, that the game has to be changed. First, one of them is going to be the game is going to drop fewer items, but better items. So basically on the PC version there are too many useless weapons, and it does spend a lot of time for the players to really just look for items, you know, just like, for example, I remember on Diablo 2 doing so many bail runs just to get the best items, because there's so many crappy items. Now they're gonna cut to the crap and just give you fewer, it's gonna drop fewer items, but it's gonna drop better items than before. Also, the console version of Diablo 3 isn't just competent, it's a remixed version of the original game, complete with rebalanced enemies, an improved economy, 4-player multiplayer on the same screen, and best of all, no always-on connection required. No game-killing real money auction house, and an inventory system that allows you to stay in the action while also swapping out your equipment for upgrades you find on the battlefield. Directly controlling your character also changes what was a click fest into a more measurement and intense action title. So, basically, everything that we wanted to see of Diablo 3 on the PC and disappointed us before. I was one of the most disappointed people, probably. I honestly expected a lot from the game, and just disappointed me when it wasn't on par to what I wanted. It is now being... They're not going to fix it on the PC because it would just need a complete reinvention, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. But they will basically reinvent it on the consoles now. So they'll make the game a little bit better and basically change the things that we wanted to see before. Hopefully that will be better, and that's all the news I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode as well as the gameplay. Sadly enough, I did not win, did not stay on top, but you know, I did fairly well, and I think I did it good enough to put it here. Let me know in the comments what you think about any of these news. Also, let me know what other games would you like me to see me play. And thanks for watching, I suppose. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a like if you like my video and think it's informative. That's all for this episode, and thanks for watching. Peace.